The Flavor of Tantra is not an ordinary workshop. It is a tool. And with this tool, you are going to feel and experience changes very quickly. Changes in the mood, in the behavior, in the thinking, in relationship, in sexuality, you name it, in every level of your life. I was thinking that we have spent like over a decade, someone over 2 decades in the school, and what we have learned there. Well, if I talk for myself, I have learned many unuseful things. Let's be honest. Some useful, of course, but many unuseful as well. And I'm thinking why we are not learning something what is more important, essential, important for our life, for our happiness. What about to teach us proper science of sexuality? What about teach us about importance of orgasm? What is it? How it manifests in the body? But not only according to feeling, but what is the healing power of it? Why we are not teaching little girls how to become shining women? And why we are not teaching little boys how to become heroes, how to become a gentleman, powerful man? Why we are not learning about importance of our thoughts, how to enhance learning process? What is bad thought? How to avoid it, how to deal with it, because this is what we all are experiencing, right? We all are sometimes having bad thoughts, and sometimes we don't know where the hell this is coming from. Well, this and more is going to change because the Flavor of Tantra is going to give you all you need, all the knowledge, and all the tools for your practice and changes. And let's be honest, to feel happy is amazing. How many times did you feel happy? And how many times do you don't feel happy? What about the changes? Because we think that someone else is giving our happiness. Some matters things are giving our happiness. Yeah, that's fine. But what about to be happy, for instance? Like that. And so on. I also heard that, well, it is an online workshop, and I prefer to be in person because I want to feel the energy. Well, if it is your case, I can assure you that we have done our best for you to transmit the energy into your home. Then you can feel it. And if you can feel energy from the old book, what is even reprinted, you are not getting the exact copy of the book who someone wrote, the papers, the notes, but reprinted, and you still feel the energy. Why would you not be able to feel it from a person who is talking to you on the video? You can feel energy from the picture, even old picture. So why would you not feel the energy from the video? Definitely you will. I was skeptical too, and I wanted to make sure, and I have done several courses, online courses for myself as well. And yes, I literally felt the energy transmitting. It was amazing. And the benefit of it is I stayed at home. I saved a lot of money for the travels, for accommodation, maybe even a COVID test. What about the time zone? You are avoiding the time zone as well. You are saving your time and money. You can use them for something else. Maybe another course, or you know what? You can buy something nice for you. Make yourself happy. Give something to yourself, for the money you will save. And another thing is, you can be sure that we would not offer any course which is not possible to give you online, because there are tantra courses which are impossible to give online, but the Flavor of Tantra is designed for you to benefit fully, like you would be in person, but you can stay at home in your comfort of your home. You can take your time as long as you need, because not everyone is able to digest everything, right? You need some time so you can go again. You can review, restart, take that practice again and again, or listen to something what is very important for you many times. You can play with it. You can use it however you want. And now, my dear, here you have a little taste of what is waiting for you.
All right. Good. So we are ready to continue now. So yesterday was the basic introductions about what sexual tantra is, what tantra is generally, and what tantra is not. We compared the ascetic spiritualities with their point of view, with their perspective, their philosophy, that the whole universe, the entire manifestation, the world is a dream within a dream, in a dream. It's an illusion, it's a maya, the cosmic illusion, and that the regular human being is spinning like a rat in a treadmill, you know, endlessly, life after life, life after life, life after life, going on this samsara cycle and without any relief. And the karma is whooping our ass, sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. One life king, another life beggar, one life saint, another life sinner. I'm not meaning saint like enlightened, because then that thing, karma is done, but saint meaning a nice person, another life sinner, one life more or less healthy, another life more or less ill, one life man, next life woman, and this drama goes on and on and on and on. And the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas and the host of saints and sages, yogis, mystics, Sufis, they have screamed again and again when they realize the truth, in contrast to that truth which is eternal, pure, cosmic, absolute. This reality, this world, looks like an illusion. It's like painting soap bubbles. And then they say, listen, you guys are painting soap bubbles here. Wake up, surpass this imperfection, and realize who you really are as the immortal spirit. So, one over the other, the ascetic spiritualities, the mainstream spiritualities, which are mostly ascetic, they are going against the world. They are going against all the energies of the world. They are going against the body. They are going against the sex. They don't use the physical body as a resource to reach spiritual emancipation. No, no. If you go to Vipassana course or any kind of Buddhist retreat and you start making Hatha Yoga there, they'll say, what are you doing? This is not good. Hatha Yoga is detrimental to your spiritual evolution. Because when they think about Hatha Yoga, they think about some kind of body fitness, gymnastics things, which is not what Hatha Yoga is anyway. It's what the modernism made of Hatha Yoga. Plus, they don't understand how Hatha Yoga really works because it's not their path. They just don't know. So one over the other, they don't use the body. The ascetics don't use the body. They definitely don't use the sexuality. That's a complete no-no, and we've talked about why. The desire, the losing of the sexual energy, the ojas, yeah, the attachment to sex, and thus the endless desire, and thus one simply cannot get over, one cannot transcend this samsara, which is right here, because I can't drag a samsaric tendency to nirvana. Like I can't drag this wall of my house outside my house. I mean, you can do it. You take a bulldozer and break the whole thing. But think about it just as an analogy, right? If I grip the wall, I can't leave my house. I have to let go whatever is in my house, that's a part of this house, to get out of the house. As long as I cling to something in the house, I'll not be able to leave it. And as all your desires and attachments belong to the realm of your samsaric perspective, samsara, duality. Until you conquer them all, you ain't going out. You're not escaping into absolute consciousness, into freedom. So the ascetics withdraw from the world, they leave the world, they leave all the friends, family, fortune, all the games, all the everything, and they go alone and they make sadhana, they make practice, They start burning a lot of their own karma, and eventually they reach. And then you have Tantra, in which Tantra is saying, this world is not the enemy. Your enemy is your lack of vigilance. Your enemy is your lack of clarity. That's the problem. Because if you live like a blind person in this world, then everything of this world deludes you, blinds you, pulls you away from yourself. But if you live with more vigilance, and that's the big mantra in Tantra, remember, vigilance. Because even if you do tantric love making, but you do it like just without that vigilance, it's not Tantra. It's just a regular love making. Even if you didn't ejaculate and you can orgasm, it's not Tantra. If it doesn't take you high, if it doesn't awaken your consciousness, it is not Tantra, the real Tantra. So the Tantrics say the world doesn't have to be the enemy. It's not. It's Shakti. It's Mahashakti. It's the other side of God. The manifestation is God. God is here. Devi is here. And if you can touch Shakti nicely, she'll help you. Shakti is energy. Shakti is power. So to go to Shiva through Shakti is even easier, because it's like you strap yourself onto a turbo engine and go, but you have to control it. If you don't control that Shakti, then you're on a very powerful engine and it's going to go chaotic all over the place. This is how life is. Shakti is dancing a big jig on everyone's heads, and they're going deeper and deeper into desires, delusions, and blindness. But for the ones who can be with Shakti in a way that's vigilant, sharp, and can direct Shakti, like a man leads a woman in a dance, right? If a man or a woman can play with Shakti correctly, that Shakti is your best friend when it comes to spirituality, and therefore Tantra embraces everything in Shakti. It embraces the body and uses the body towards spiritual emancipation. It embraces the sexual energy and the desire, sexual desire, and everything related to sex, everything that's harmonious, yeah? Not crap, not immoral. Everything good. Tantra embraces it and takes it to God. Similarly, the ascetics, they don't work with emotions. Emotions are not allowed. You watch your emotion come and go. Come and go. Your desire comes and goes, comes and goes. You give it no attention. 10 years later, you're not your emotions are flat. Your emotional body is without energy. It's flat. Because emotions disturb me in meditation, right? It's flattened down the emotions like it doesn't flatten the sex. It uses the emotions. Extracts the energy of the emotions and takes it somewhere else. So Tantra is world-friendly, energy-friendly, body-friendly, sex-friendly, and not only. And then we looked upon the two main reasons why the sexuality is condemned by most religions and spiritual authorities, rightfully so, because the regular lovemaking is a disaster when it comes to your spiritual evolution. That was one, because of the desire and the attachment to the desire. And even as I gave you the example, if an angel of God comes and tells you now, samadhi, now, nirvikalpa, nirvana, eternal life, now I'll give it to you. No sex forever and ever and ever and ever and ever for you. Would you take it? Will you take the eternal life and say, fuck the sex? Or would you go, give me another life to fuck around and then we'll talk eternity, right? That's a very strong attachment, very, very strong attachment to sex. That in the face of eternal life, you choose sex. Wow. It's not a judgment on you. I'm just saying it, when I started, I was the same. When I came on the path of sexual tantra, and even in the first 3 years even, if I was put under this test by an angel of God, I would say, yeah, let's just postpone this nirvana thing a bit. Let me fuck around some more. So it's not a condemnation on you. I'm just showing you how strong this attachment is. And Tantra will take you beyond this desire and attachment by going through it abundantly.